Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Gala Games price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the short-term and the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out here on the Gala Games chart. And before I kickstart the video, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And allow me to kickstart the video here on the daily chart by first giving you a brief of what has been happening, where you can see that Gala Games, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw a very nice bounce to the upside, making it to an all-time high at around the $0.85 mark in what I've been terming as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market, where we have been seeing lower prices in this ABC corrective structure, which has now taken us back to around the $0.015 mark in what I'm terming as a higher Elliot wave count 2 to the lower side, and also giving you a measure from the all-time high. From the all-time high, you can see that Gala Games is down more than 97%, meaning there are chances that we might have seen the bear market low and also the low for this higher Elliot wave count 2 to the lower side. And whatever we expect next after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 2 is an impulsive movement to the upside in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 using a trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area at the fib level 1.61, and that perfectly lies at around the $1.38356 mark, and that is the long-term scenario that I'm expecting to play out here on the Gala Games chart. And in the formation of a wave 3, which is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see fractal waves in formation within that higher Elliot wave count 3, where I'm expecting that wave 5 of the fractal wave to complete that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside, and giving you the short-term scenarios that I'm expecting, starting my analysis here on the daily chart by first giving you a chart pattern that has been in formation here on the daily chart, which is a falling wedge, and you can see it right here in these yellow lines which I have right here. And this is a chart pattern that can give us a breakout to the upper side, and for that to happen, I'm expecting Gala Games to first manage to break above the 20-day MA, which is now acting as resistance. And once we manage to break above it, then the 20-day MA can offer us support for us to continue pushing even higher, manage to break above this upper trend line of this falling wedge. And once we see the breakout, then we can expect a retest of that upper trend line, and once that happens, then we can continue pushing even higher. And once that movement plays out, then that will be the start of that impulsive movement that I'm expecting in the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upside. Also jumping to the 4-hour chart for further analysis and also give you other chart patterns that we have in formation. And you can see before we made our low at around the $0.015 mark, we had been trading within this channel. We saw a breakout out of the channel to the lower side, so a retest of the lower side of the channel, then continued pushing even lower. And after seeing the retest, we also formed another chart pattern, which is a triangle, which is right here, and this chart pattern gave us a breakout to the lower side. And after seeing the breakout, that is the move that gave us a new low at around the $0.015 mark, and we fully maximized the target area of the breakout out of this chart pattern, which is right here. And after making our low at around the $0.015 mark, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upside, which has been obeying the Elliot wave structures. And jumping to the 1-hour chart so that you can see that that better, here on the 4-hour chart, you can see I have two Elliot wave structures that I have right here, one in yellow and the other one in red. And in this video, I want to give you the most valid Elliot wave structure that is being obeyed by Gala Games. And by first taking a look at this Elliot wave structure that is in red, at the time of the recording of my previous video, we had made a high at around the $0.017 mark, and that's the reason you can see the wave 1 high of this Elliot wave structure is at around the $0.017 mark. And I was expecting a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 2, and I had even sketched out a minimum target area to the lower side in the formation of that second wave before we continue pushing higher in the formation of that wave 3, then expect a wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5. But you can clearly see that this Elliot wave structure is not being obeyed, and because of that, I have to remove this Elliot wave structure from my charts and stick with this Elliot wave structure that is in yellow, which is right here, where we can term this movement to the upside as the first wave to the upside. Then we saw a wave 2, then whatever we are seeing right here is the formation of that wave 3, and very soon I'm expecting Gala Games to make the high for this wave 3 before we see a bit of a retracement to the lower side in the formation of that wave 4, and then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5 to the upside, and getting to see whether this second wave, which is right here, has done the minimum that we expect a second wave to do by first connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1. That gives me a minimum retracement area to the lower side in the formation of a second wave between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, and you can see we saw a bit of a retracement between the fib level 0.382 and the fib level 0.5, so we retraced into that target area, then saw a reaction of the fib level 0.5, and that's the reason as to why we are seeing this impulsive movement to the upside in the formation of this wave 3, and sketching out a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 using a trend-based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, which perfectly lies at around the $0.01834 mark, and there are chances that we might fully maximize that target area before we expect that retracement to the lower side in the formation of this wave 4, then continue pushing even higher in the formation of that wave 5, which should fully maximize the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upside. But there are also chances that we might have seen the high for this wave 3 at around the $0.01802 mark. There are chances that we might have seen that high at that mark, and whatever we are seeing right here might be the start of this corrective structure in the formation of that wave 4, then expect that wave 5 to the upside. And for this to play out, I will expect Gala Games to lose the 20-day MA, but as long as we are holding above the 20-day MA, we have the support for us to fully maximize the fib level 1.618 in the formation of that wave 3 before we expect that ABC corrective structure in the formation of that wave 4, and then expect another impulsive movement to the upside in the formation of this wave 5. So that is the updates, that is the short-term scenario that could play out here on the Gala Games chart. Also taking a look at the indicators here on the RSI, we are trading at around the 63 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements to the lower side and a bit of room for us to support any movements to the upper side before we get into the overbought region. Also taking a look at the MACD, on the MACD we have printed a bearish cross, and that would mean lower prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.